quick little video here. Um, we got something kind of crazy to be honest here. As you can see in the title, John Wolford is now week to week after having his appendix removed. Rams quarterback John Wolford contracted appendicitis Friday morning and is week to week after having his appendix removed, according to a team spokesperson. Wolford underwent the procedure after waking up Friday morning with pain in his side, leading to the discovery of appendicitis and his absence from Friday's training camp presented by Unified Financial Credit Union practice. He will be monitored over the next 10 to 14 days to see how he progresses. That's kind of crazy. So, um, he had he had to get his appendix removed because and I actually had to look this up. I didn't even know what it was. Appendicitis pretty much is just inflammation of your appendix. With Wolford's sideline, Bryce Perkins and Delvin Hodges handled all of the second team offense quarterback reps during Friday's practice. That will also be the case in tomorrow's joint practice with the Cowboys in Oxnard. I am a little disappointed in that because I was very much looking forward to seeing John Wolford practice against the Cowboys, other competition. But also I was looking forward to seeing him play in the preseason. It was actually one of my most anticipated, things about the preseason game, other than the obvious, observations of the camp battles and important positions that need to be answered, like the O-line, specifically the center position, the linebacker play, the edge play, the run defense, how the offense operates, though it's probably none of our starters are going to be playing, and they're really not going to be calling any like big plays. It's pretty much going to be vanilla, but still, John Wolford was one of my most anticipated things to watch because I'm actually a pretty big fan of his. I actually even bought his jersey. I believe if he would have been healthy, I think we could have beat Green Bay in the divisional rounds last year. I really do. Not that Jared actually had a pretty good game that game. It's our defense kind of let us down that game. But anyway, Wolford played so well for us last year. Like, if he had stayed healthy throughout that Seattle game, I think we would have beat Seattle by like twice the amount we actually did. He was slaying it on the first drive. And then against Arizona, in a game that we had to win, I can't remember exactly the stipulations, but I do remember hearing John Johnson, I believe it was, in an interview say John Wolford's going to shock the world. Because they were all saying that he was really good. Aaron Donald even said he was a big fan of his. He was a fan of the work ethic. He was a fan of how he carried himself. And when I heard, I was like, hold on, like who? And so I did, some research on him. And he seemed to be very well liked, very intelligent, but he was the backup quarterback, and this was right before the Arizona game. Of course, Arizona wasn't great, but his mobility was awesome, man. I was honestly ready. I would have been comfortable with Wolford at quarterback for us this season had we not traded for Stafford. Had we not traded for Stafford, I would have been happy with John Wolford as our starting quarterback for the 2021 season. I think John Wolford could have led us to the playoffs. I think he is a hidden gem. And knock on table. 5 days into camp, Matthew Stafford hits his thumb on one of our helmets. I'm just saying we may need him before this is all said and done. And if that time ever does come, I think he can deliver. Is basically all I'm saying. I think he can deliver in a big way. But I'm hoping it never comes to that because no more injuries. So continuing on with Wolford's sideline, Bryce Perkins and Delvin Hodges, handled all of the second team offense quarterback reps during Friday's practice. That will also be the case in tomorrow's joint practice with the Cowboys. And here's a little quote. John obviously caught us a little bit off guard with that news, but we want to get him all fixed up and ready to go as soon as possible, offensive coordinator Kevin O'Connell said, who also coaches the quarterbacks, said after Friday's practice, but it will give Bryce and Duck a great opportunity just like they had today. Short notice. Hey, you're going with the twos because you guys know how it is. We don't slow down. Yeah, man, this is kind of crazy. Yeah, for sure, man. John, do not F around with this, man. Get yourself healed up. Um, make sure listen to your doctor. I know you know this. Listen to your doctors and stuff, and definitely make sure you're good to go before you come back. And then we'll welcome you back, man. We need you healthy for the season because you just never know, man.